Good afternoon. Welcome to today's Tuesday Topics. I have a special guest with me today, someone that I've known for a few years, and I'm very excited to have him here, Javier Motis from Mayflower Academy. So we're going to be talking a little bit about why we got Mayflower started here today. It's a different type of education for the area. Tell me about it. Tell me what inspired you to start a school.
Well, part of it is just getting to know the area. I mentioned to a few people the other day, and by the other day I mean about 2 years ago, and it just really struck a chord that wouldn't it be neat to start a school in this area. And I'm a mechanical engineer by training, so I had to surround myself with amazing talent, and that has happened. So the things that I've had questions about education, or things that I kind of want to challenge the normal school of thought, I get to ask this brain trust that's on the board now, as far as why do we do it this way? Can we do it this other way? So it's been an amazing journey. Just over the last couple of years, we just finished up our beta test year. We learned a lot. I think we did a lot well, and there's some things that we'd like to improve as we look at the next year.
So what do you think sets Mayflower apart?
One of the things that sets Mayflower apart is blurring the lines productively of the grade level. So let's take a third grader, for example, and we look at how they're doing in certain subjects. So if they're doing really well in math, in a conventional school, that student might end up getting frustrated that they're just doing the same thing over and over again. Maybe worksheets, maybe enrichment activities, but at some point, why don't we just let them move on? So we don't need to tell our students that you're moving from the third grade to the fourth grade. We can just seamlessly move on. As far as if you've demonstrated mastery in this area, then you should be allowed to progress. And you're going to continue probably at an accelerated pace until we find that spot where you start to struggle. And the struggle is good, because we're all going to struggle at some area of our lives, and that's where we really value the learning, the education, figuring out those tools for yourself of how do you get past this? When you struggle, how do you as an individual get past that?
Challenge individually.
Absolutely.
It's really almost a personalized program for each child.
It is.
Wow. And you have a lot of hands-on activities too. I mean, I have seen Mayflower out at Yankee baseball games. I've seen you, you just recently have a partnership with Friends of Pea Creek. Tell me about some of these activities. You do a lot of take the kids out and put them in the community, and there's a lot of community involvement.
Absolutely. I think that's part of what sets our school apart. So we probably averaged about one field trip per week this past year.
Okay.
So our students got to be out in a lot of different environments. They got to talk with a lot of different people, and those are all social skills. So imagine if we're looking at job possibilities in the future, they need to be able to know how to relate to new people, and ask good questions or take turns when the speaker is addressing the audience. The students have opportunity to learn from each other how to respond in those different areas. So
I have to ask this: why a school? What made you think I'm going to make a school? We are going to do this. What made you think of a school?
That's a very good question. Honestly, a school is not the first thing in my mind to jump into, just because when you talk about kids and other people's kids, there is a lot of emotion that can go around with that. So I'm very sensitive to what it means to the parents to feel that their students are doing well or not doing well or getting the help that they need. My wife and I have 5 kids, so we know this very personally. But to look at that fear and to know that this is what we're supposed to be doing. So it doesn't matter if I'm afraid or not, it's a matter of how are we going to do this. And it's turned into an amazing brain trust of the board that we have assembled. So Jane Lookaville, Jenny Hagee, and Dr. Tickle, all these people, different backgrounds, all of them education wonders in their own right. And I get to surround myself with them and just talk through opportunities. How about we do this? Is this a good idea? Developmentally, is this appropriate for these students? So it's been amazing to take these students and just show them things outside of the classroom, because not all learning happens in the classroom, and just show them what learning can be, and hopefully.
And I think that separates you right there too.
All right.
Okay. I think in typical education, they think about 4 walls and inside the classroom.
And that's part of it, but that's not what stops.
Right. And so what grades do you go through?
This coming fall, we're going to do kindergarten through 8th grade.
Okay.
And the plan is for each consecutive year, we'll follow that oldest student and graduate one and here a few years.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
It's going to be exciting.
So when does school start?
September 4th
Okay.
is the first day of school for us. So a few weeks after area schools, and we'll go until the Friday before Memorial Day.
Okay. Now, do you do like same schedule as holidays and things like that, or?
A lot of the same, yes. So
Okay.
we do fewer half days, but we will follow the Pulaski County School Board schedule in terms of fall break, in terms of the Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, and the like.
Let me ask you something, okay? So there's a lot of talk here, workforce development. Let's bring different types of jobs into the area, okay? Or let's let the kids know there's different career options. Not everybody's gonna go to college. You are touching on that with the way that you take the kids outside of the schools and take them into actual, like a business or, you know, even just the Yankees game. I mean, that's learning within itself. Do you think you fall into that with the way they're going with the technical and IT and things in the schools, or?
Absolutely. I think the field trips are just part of it. We also invited a lot of people to come out to the school to just share about their passions. We had a person come by and show us how to build a guitar and just talk through everything that goes into that. We had folks come by and talk about the wildlife in the area, the footprints that to look for, the markings on trees and whatnot. Then we went to Clear Lake State Park and actually applied what we learned. So there's a lot there in terms of relating to people that maybe you don't know or who aren't your teacher, to learn from them, to ask them questions. And even just within the structure of the school, we have older and younger that are hearing the same things. And if the younger are maybe struggling with a certain concept, they have a big brother, big sister type of
The mentorship
person,
right there.
yeah, to show them something.
That's all about relationships.
Absolutely.
Okay, how can people get in touch? How could they find out about the school if they want more information?
They can do that a couple of different ways. So they can check out our website at mayflowerswva.org. They can also email us, info@mayflowerswva.org. They can also check us out on Facebook and definitely take a look at that and look at all the places where we've been, see some of the pictures. Our kids are super photogenic, and you can see that the love of learning is there, and that is really what we're after.
That's what makes it.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you for bringing them here. We have another one next month, August 27th, and we'll be talking with Cheryl Tucker from the SPDC, and we are going to be having some Google seminars coming up. So that's what we'll be looking at next month. See you then.